Well, Job, Joris, and Marika, I think you can all sit there with the three of you on the couch. Now Floris is going to sit here. I'm just gonna sit down here, and then Jurjen is he's coming later. Job, Joris, and Marika. Just to have pronounced your names properly once. It's Job Roggeveen, Joris Opprins, and Marieke Blauw. You're all working together. Since the Design Academy.
Yeah, we have an animation studio in Utrecht, and we studied all as designers at the Design Academy in Eindhoven. So that's why we have a bit of a different approach than other design studios. We're really onto the character design, and we always think the look of a film is the most important thing, and we always wanted to do that on, for instance, commercial projects. We work with the three of us on different disciplines, so that's why we can make a film with the three of us. So, for instance, Marieke does the storytelling, but does also animation. Joris does most of the directing of films, and also animation and 3D modeling. And I'm more of the illustrator, and I also do the music and the sound effects. So with 3 people, we can make an animation film.
Okay, very quickly, you have a reel where you can see all the stuff that you did. It's a 2-minute reel, but just to get the impression for the people who do not know who Joris and Marieke are, just an impression with the reel. Is it possible that this guy is actually really hidden behind this awful thing here? But it's Remco Vlaanderen of Submarine Channel. Woohoo! Just to have an impression. Then Floris Kijk, you're an animator as well. You made great animations. Actually, I have the feeling that the people that Jacqueline has been working with were inspired by your work, because you made some animations. One that got really famous is The Origin of Creatures, where you won a lot of prizes with, and it was also the Dutch entry for the Oscars. Let's first have a look at the work then, and then... Yeah. Ja, filmscompilatie. Mooie namen.
These metal flyers are drying the nest. Because the nest is made of metal, rainwater forms a serious rust hazard. They suck up the raindrops on the nest and spit them out.
Sections of the body disappear completely, to be replaced by solid metal tissue.
this was your older work, because then, yeah, ha ha ha, beautiful. And then you did another project, really different, where you created where there was a person of whom the whole world believed that he actually was able to fly with a machine called Birdwings. Do people know what Birdwings are? What it is? The project Birdwings? Just your hands? Oh, okay. Because we don't have the time to explain everything, but basically.
Yeah. Well, we can. While I'm talking, we can show a clip, I think.
Yeah.
Yes, I was asked by the NTR, that's a Dutch television broadcaster, to step out of my comfort zone as a filmmaker. And they asked me to tell a story with the use of new media. So I decided to make an alter ego and make a Facebook profile for this alter ego and make him build his own wings to fly with in the same way as birds do. And I tried to tell the story with a blog and Facebook and Twitter.
And asking people to help you to actually build them?
Yeah, asking people to participate and post their ideas about the technique behind the wings. And it was inspired by existing do-it-yourself online communities. And we shared the story for 9 months, working towards the climax. So Jarno Smeet, that was my alter ego, he was building the wings. And finally, the climax of the story was that he was going to fly with his own built wings. And then that became a big stir on the internet and on news broadcasters.
Yeah, and everybody believed actually that it happened.
A lot of people believed it, and a lot of people didn't believe it.
No, and thought it was a hoax, or first thought it was a hoax, and then afterwards thought, well, maybe it is actually true. And
yeah, and still people think it's true because they missed the big.
We have to leave it like that. Jurjen Versteeg, you're a motion designer. You studied in Rotterdam.
Yeah.
And you started out with making an alternative title sequence for Sean Penn's road movie Into the Wild.
Yeah.
And well, that's where it took off, actually.
Yeah, that's right.
And by your surprise, probably.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, but I graduated in 2011 and decided to make another alternative title sequence about the history of this art form, title sequences, and just to visualize the history in a nutshell. So yeah, it goes along the history of the title sequence. Yeah. That's the title. Yeah.
We're gonna watch it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and won a Vimeo award with it. Yeah. There was also a question because you said you made this title sequence for Into the Wild, and just people saw it. Was also a question earlier on of making your own video clip by some music and then sending it. Is that a good thing to do, to actually have your work shown to the world?
Well, to have your work shown to the world is definitely a good thing to do. But sending it to Champagne right away, I don't know. But yeah, it was a study project, and I sent it into What's the Titles, the website, and they picked it up, which was really, really great. So and then it started rolling on the blogs and etc. But yeah, if you have something you're proud of, then I would definitely recommend to send it to blogs who you like, and yeah.
And we had a lot of guests today, international guests also Dutch people living in America and vice versa. I don't know. And but about talking about collaboration, do you feel that also the world for you it's good, it's handy that the world is getting smaller in a way that you can work with people all over the world and also show it all over the world?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I think it's much easier to spread your work all around the world because through Vimeo and things like that we can put our work on blogs and get reactions from all different countries, and that's really great, and work with other people from different countries. So I think it's a lot easier than 10 years ago.
Do you also get reactions? You did a video clip for Gers Pardoel, and it's a Dutch song.
Instance,
Do you also get reactions from abroad that don't even understand?
Yeah, also for the Happy Camper video we made, it's about a Yeti who's always camping, and we got reactions from Peru and Russia that people seem to be camping there also. So it's we found out it's a universal thing.
Did you also start collaborating with people from other countries?
We have an agent in London who found out because of our work, because of it. It was played on festivals, so now we're working on some projects in England. Yeah.
How is that for you? Because you're a trio, or working with the three of you. Do you stick it in a way that you keep it between the three of you, or are you more of an open source kind of trio?
I think we really have a difficulty working with somebody else than the three of us. So we have to get used to that because we have ambitions to do bigger projects than the projects we've been doing since now. But then we have to work with other people, and we're really comfort with working only with the three of us. So that's a process in the making. But the children's series we started together with a producer was last year animated by another studio. That for us it was a really big step to see how that goes, and it worked out really well. So maybe we get used to it.
And I think the three of us can work as a director of a film. So that we think of all the things and of the art direction and of the story and everything, and another a bigger company with a lot of animators could animate it, something like that.
And Marieke, do you also swap sometimes? That you think, okay, let's swap, and now you think of another concept and I'll do the directing or something like that?
Yeah, sometimes, but we always start a project with the three of us, so the concept's always done with the three of us, and then it depends on what we're making, and then we divide the work. Like, if it's something going to be graphic, it's usually Job and me. It's rare that we really work on something with the three of us after the concept.
Yeah, but it's also
but
like...
if it's
we do a lot with 3D characters, like Gers Pardoel here. It's a 3D puppet, but it's a 2D print. So we in 3D we make a print of the character. So usually I'm working on a print and yours on the character, and it gets together in the end. So.
Sometimes it's also a matter of which of us has time to do work on it. So if it has to be, if Job has the most time and he wants to work in 2D, the client will get something in 2D.
Yeah. And when you look at that way, Floris, you're probably more a loner in that way.
Yeah.
Especially, yeah.
Well,
absolutely no ambition to work with.
For each project, I collaborate with other people. For example, with the Human Bird Wings project, I collaborated with Revolve Media Productions, and together we created the team to realize the project. And The Origin of Creatures, I worked with another producer from Rotterdam Serious Film, and that was a complete other crew. But I like maybe in the future to collaborate with the same people if you feel comfortable with them. Mm-hmm. But for now, I'm still finding out who to work best with.
And you had to trust them with bird wings because they were not supposed to talk about it, probably.
Well, oh yeah.
It was very important that you trust them in that way as well.
But I told it to a lot of friends and family. that I was working on it, and nobody ever spoiled the secret. So.
But didn't a lot of, for instance, classmates recognize you or something?
Well, there was one friend of a friend, and he saw a video on Facebook from somebody.
Yeah.
And then he made a comment, "Hey, this is Floris, that's not Jano."
Okay. And you deleted that comment?
Well,
you couldn't?
we immediately deleted it.
Okay.
But more than that, no, it didn't happen.
Okay.
Luckily.
That's surprising.
Yeah.
Well, you can't do it again, no?
Well, it could, but not with myself.
No.
Right now, I'm working on a fictional online project in which we made up a fictional company, but that's not with my face in it.
Okay.
And I was wondering if you have had so much research for starting to fly, didn't it almost actually work?
Well,
It could have been,
I
right?
really hoped it. I really hoped it started working on a certain point.
But then it wouldn't be a hoax. It would just be the truth.
Yeah, and
But that would be really great too.
Had to become Jarno's
about
mates.
2 weeks ago, I received an email from one of the fans and the followers of the project.
Yeah.
He followed it from the beginning, and he was still asking me if I wanted to help him with his design of
Okay,
his
so
wings.
you're an expert now on the...
Yeah, he thinks so, but well, we got help from somebody from the Technical University in Eindhoven who made up the design. So I don't have any knowledge about wings and flying. I only dream about it.
Was it in any way realistic or not at all?
Well, it was realistic because some guy at Wired, a scientist, he made a calculation in which he really believed it was would be possible.
Okay.
And Jamie from the Mythbusters also thought it was
But
plausible.
they tried it at the Mythbusters.
They didn't try it, but he wrote an article about it. So.
Oh, that,
Okay.
Yeah, so well, I don't think it will happen in real, but it would be nice.
Do you also have questions for one of them? Because it's also an opportunity for you to ask questions. I should not forget that. No? Otherwise you... Yeah? Nee? Okay. Otherwise you shout. And what are you working on now, Jurjen?
I'm finishing up a project right now, which I made together with some friends of mine, and it's an ident or a logo film for a company who is from friends of mine, and they make a TV format productions, and they are called H5NX of the virus. And we decided to make the logo tactile and make it a huge installation, and all the separate letters. Some are made from 300 test tubes filled with tonic, and then the 5, for example, is a 3-meter high sculpture, and they all give light. So we have a sneak preview here. But it's not finished yet, so this is temporary soundtrack and sound design.
So you already see what you want to change or what you...
Well, the editing is almost done, but yeah, sound design, for example, needs. Quite abrupt ending. So yeah, that was the concept, to fit the logo in the end, that it all fits together, and it was a huge space. So I hope you can see that.
Also working with a lot of people that helped you probably with this?
Oh yeah, absolutely, yeah. We made it with the 5 of us. For I don't know, the first concepts were there a year ago. So.
Did you like it? It's not something you can just do on your own.
You mean like collaborating?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, exchanging the
and
ideas.
Also idents, the making of idents.
Oh yeah, definitely. And especially this sort of ident where you can make the stuff and like my graduation film, where I got the drawing table and the papers and sketching and drawing, and then fill it in later with computer graphics.
You also like the combination.
Yeah, and I like the way of working. Yeah.
Wow. And Floris, you said you're working, another hoax thingy, but then this time it's a company. Can you say something about it? Or?
I can't say
anything.
No, because it's still secret and people are still believing in it. But it will.
And for how long we have to keep it this way?
Well,
when are we going to find out?
It's finished already. We made a documentary about the project, which will be also the reveal of the truth and the explanation why we did it. And it will be out in 2 weeks, I guess, or 3 weeks. And then, well, it's time to start a new project.
And are you going to stay in this hoax business, or how do you see your future?
Well, I wouldn't call it hoax. I think I would prefer just online storytelling or experimenting with other ways of storytelling. And I'm developing a concept together with a scientist and an artist for a new online project. And I'm also thinking about creating a new short film, but I'm still
in the way you
ideas.
did that we just saw, in that way, of effects and animation.
Yeah, I'm not sure yet. I like to try different formats and different techniques. It just depends on what my ideas are at that moment, and I don't want to get stuck to one technique.
No.
And I would like to try to outsource technical stuff, but I'm not sure if I can get money for that.
And Job, Joris and Marieke, what's the future bringing you?
We just finished a new music video, and
which we could show.
Yeah? Yay, ik hoor een yay. I don't know if you guys are still awake because it's a very long day. I can continue
it would be
for
the world
ages.
premiere,
But
so
okay, yeah, if we can show it.
MC
Do we have like some sort of a preview as well? What we gonna watch actually?
It's the song is called "It Takes Too Long."
Yeah.
Roughly translated. Yeah. And we did it. The story was we didn't really have time to do the project, but we decided to lunch with the three of us and just think about it. And if in that hour we could think of something that's worth doing, then we would try to make time to do it. And then we came with the idea that if we make a animation movie in slow motion, it would be a lot less time because we only have to animate like 20 seconds, and then we could spread it to a complete music video. It wasn't as simple as I explain right now, but that was the plan, and then we decided to go along with it.
And we wanted to do something a little darker than we used to. So.
Yeah, because up to now it's quite sweet.
Yes.
We're very sweet.
Over alles praten, alles, maar alles ging over de liefde, we vergaten alles. In een brief, een sms'je, in een liedje schreef ik zal alles voor je doen en voor je liefde leef ik. En die liefde kreeg ik, en vaak in overmaten. Je kon de drempels van het leven aan me overlaten. Je zag die meiden haten, want je had je superheld. Ik had mijn vrienden net te vaak over jou verteld. Nu staren we samen naar de tafel met de mondjes dicht. Met blikken die vanzelf spreken in ons gezicht. Ik heb het over grote deel van alles aangericht. Maar ik rijd te lang in deze tunnel en ik zie geen licht. Dus doe je ogen dicht voor onze laatste set. En denk terug aan het kleine huisje met het kleine bed. Shit, maar morgen is de pijn terug. Staan we uren op de halte, rijdt de trein terug. Het duurt te lang, we staan hier al een tijdje. En we moeten door, dus voor de laatste keer, het spijt me. Het duurt te lang. Het duurt te lang, we staan stil. Wat jij wil, wat ik wil. Het duurt te lang. Twee stille mensen aan de tafel, het is geen gezicht. Ik kan die route nu belopen met mijn ogen dicht. Je weet precies wat ik ga zeggen, ik weet het ook van jou. En op het eind vertel ik vast hoeveel ik van je hou. En daarna slaan de deuren weer en breekt er weer een glas. En daarna valt er weer een traan en pak ik weer mijn tas. En daarna hou ik je weer stevig vast. En leg mijn kleren weer terug in de kast. Dus Ik hou je nog een poosje vast, want dan vergeet je nog hoe boos je was. Maar de pijn blijft zitten, dus het helpt niet. Dus waarschijnlijk is het morgen weer hetzelfde lied. De tekst komt op hetzelfde neer en dezelfde beat. Een soort van gouden verf op een blok verdriet. Conflicten zijn normaal, maar het moet ons niet verstikken. Mijn tranen vallen niet, dus ik laat het liedje snikken. Het duurt te lang, we staan hier al een tijdje. En we moeten door, dus voor de laatste keer, het spijt me. Het duurt te lang. Het duurt te lang, we staan stil. Wat jij wil, wat ik wil. Het duurt te lang.
It's a good warming up for Christmas also. Basically, isn't it? Well, thank you. Is there a last question here for anybody? Because I think it's late, but it's great that we had all you Dutch talents that are hopefully going to make so much more beautiful stuff that you're here to wrap up with. Thank you so much. May I have the applause for Jurjen, for Floris, Job, Joris and Marieke. Woohoo! And then also, thank you so much for being here. Remco Vlaanderen, thank you so much for being my most sexy assistant ever.